Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. It's time for more Workers and Resources. Soviet Republic. I'm your other host, Gilman. I hope you're all doing well today. Just slowly but steadily building this out, and trying to be a little bit better with incorporating our waste system. I swear, like, waste in general in this game is my greatest enemy. I struggle so much with it. How much of this is getting serviced? This entire block is getting serviced. Perfect. Alright. I don't know. 6... That's so much for even one of these dumpsters. The Dnipro flats just produce so much waste. Like, Like, it is, quite frankly, an absurd amount. Which is understandable, because, again, it has 600 people in it. And 600 people produces a lot of garbage. This surprises, I think, nobody. And everyone accepts that. But, yeah, it certainly makes it hard to do civic planning for. Honestly, I kind of feel like that's sort of the trade-off, because Dnipro flats are a little bit OP. Like, their population density is great. But that's not necessarily a good thing. The more I play, the more I learn. You know? So, honestly, I think I definitely want some redundant ones here. The Dnipro flats kind of balance by being this good, which is entertaining in a way. Like, their greatest strength is their greatest weakness. In that they're so hard to use. And so hard to do civic planning for. Come on, there we are. I guess on the easier difficulties they become just that much dramatically easier to use, though. So, probably on the easier difficulties, they're a little bit less balanced. They're also super expensive to build on a per flat basis, which, again, makes sense, higher density. So, yeah. There we go. Alright. Perfect. Let's decrease the number of workers here. I don't want people walking in off the street to build these things. Alright. Now, we still got lots of work to do for sure. I mean, the easiest one, in general, I think, to build is just going to be the poop pipe. This thing is getting a poop pipe of maximum size. You know? Just its own straight, dedicated sewage line. Right the hell out. You know? That's simple. Because, good lord, I mean, we already do produce 50 to 60 cubic meters of sewage per day. So if I triple that, yeah. Everything else is going to be at least a little bit more difficult to do and, like, create. Like, is this water system going to be enough? I mean, probably. I've still got, like, 2 outflow pipes, so... If I do something like, oh, I don't know. I definitely want this, but I don't want that getting built yet. Yeah, I guess out here's the right place to put that. And yeah, we're gonna need pretty darn decent thing. And like, I don't know. One water substation does not seem like it's gonna be enough for this. I haven't really gotten to use like Nipro flats all that much thus far. So, but who knows? Maybe it will be. None of this, outside of I think this pipe is actually constructible right now, but I'll suspend that for now. How did you get, like, the mixers in here that quickly? It's fine. Anyway. So yeah. This is definitely a lot of infrastructure upgrades. And I mean, a separate power transformer, and honestly, probably just... I don't know. I mean, yeah, 6 substations seems like it might just have to be it. Like, if I want to do some math here, which I usually do like doing. Oh, good lord. So the max daily water consumption of these things is 26... No, 20... Well, let's just say 27 cubic meters. So 7 of the... Yikes. Oh, God. That is so much water. Yeah, we're going to need even more of a system. Oh, boy. That's okay. I can work with that. Just, geez, that's so much water. Alright, like the pipes just will not hold. Like the pipes can service, what, like 5 flats? And I'm building a lot. On that note, I actually want to build more. No, I shouldn't build more, just because I can. Just because I can doesn't mean I should. I'm also preemptively just kind of like building all of the local infrastructure. The other flats are still, I think, filling up, so we've got time. Population, we had a little bit of a crunch in terms of our population for a bit here, but it seems like it's returning to its growth. Yeah. Which is good. We've had, wow, 1,000 escapes. And most of them were in, like, late 66. What happened in late 66? It's a good question, honestly. What did happen then? Like, that's actually a bit of a shock. Like, let me... Oh, hold on. A year up, right? Yeah. Just all throughout the year of, 66 and January 67. That is strange. I do wonder why everyone was escaping. Alright. Currently researching waste processing and disposal, because honestly getting the edification, and I know I'm using the wrong word. In my defense, that is what it used to be called. Because I'm just assuming that the developer of this game is Eastern European and does not speak English as a first language. And edification is actually, I think, a valid word. You know what, I should know if it's even a real word. At least it's a constructed word that, like, follows everything in English. Yeah. Edification, the instruction or improvement of a person morally or intellectually. You know, I can see why why that was changed, because it used to be, yeah, it's now education. Yeah, that's fair. Weatherproofing education. It used to be edification, which, oh, waste incinerator. Nice, got an achievement. I produced 1,000 tons of ash in game. Oh yeah, on that note, there's a little thing I want to do. So I want to talk about this line. I want you to load hazard waste. And I want there to be a new stop here where you unload. Okay. Accept the changes. Now, there's a reason I'm doing this. So now, this thing is going to load the ash here. Looks like we might need more people here. And now it's... Ooh, that is slow. Yeah. I guess it was just a bit of rain. Might be worthwhile for me to, you know, improve the road. Likely wouldn't take too long to just gravel it up. I'll wait for a lot of this stuff to be done, though. So that way there's no competition. And especially given, like, the Soviet connotations with this game, unification definitely seems like the right word. Like, it is honestly just such a, like, communist Soviet word. So, I still use it. Alright. But yeah, so I want to get the waste separation unification tech. Wow, that was one hell of a tangent. Not really for a whole lot of this, but specifically so I can separate out biological waste. I kind of talked before about possibly setting up farming over here. Because although the coal is nice, I don't think it's something I'm going to need a bunch of. But if I'm going to do farming, I do ideally need fertilizer. And if I can, you know, get biological waste separated, I mean, I can get it separated here as well, and then trucked over to the farms, because you don't actually need that much, then it's great, because biological waste naturally turns into fertilizer. On its own. Although, realistically, for the sake of efficiency, I'm likely to use a fertilizer plant. Now, am I able to do terrain changes yet? Like... I'm trying to figure out if it's like a distance issue. Yeah, it is. Hang on. You know, that's actually kind of interesting that I can effectively see the maximum range of my construction offices. Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? I think I need a construction office out here then. Yep. Because, yeah, I want to get, like, part of this flattened out, so that way I can set up a gravel mine. Because some of the buses, I think, they're dropping people off, yeah. Oh, no, that one hasn't dropped people off yet. Oh, yeah, 11 workers. We are approaching saturation on employees here. Like, the industrial core is reaching it. You can do waste from energy. I'm not going to bother with that, though. Do I need anything else? Yeah, wait. Where is the unification for waste separation? Okay, waste separation, education. There we go. Okay. Alright. Nice, nice, nice. Yep. There's so much to slowly research. I mean, honestly, with the government loyalty at 65 now, I'm kind of tempted to maybe start considering rolling out television. That's a solid option. Alright. I could also do the establishment of a nuclear science facility. You know what? I am. Because if I can actually source some uranium, that is huge. Uranium is super useful. Let's see, metallurgy, advanced industry, yeah. In how easy it is to process. You know? So this is 75 tons of output, right? And 36 tons of input becomes 1.7 tons of uranium oxide. You know? Just getting it to the uranium oxide step is so huge. It lets me have a friggin' full-blown mine, you know, running 2 of these bad boys to produce only 2.4 tons of output. And honestly, that's super good. It really is. I love it. Yep. Okay, it looks like we actually only have 2 segments of road left to build here. Good to see. Or pathway, anyway. So yeah, as far as like electricity goes, I don't know. I feel like I have no choice but to like just put down a set of 6 transformers here, just call it a day. You know? It's like, yep, that's going to be that much power. Although, I guess I got distracted before I could actually do the math on that. So the maximum power consumption per day is 71 megawatts. Jesus Christ. So this consumes, what is that, 1.2 megawatts? Consistently? Whew. Ooh. I don't have enough. God damn. 1 transformer isn't enough for this. I mean, I guess I can work with that, but Jesus Christ. Because, like, I can definitely put a splitter. And we'll be alright. Although I think I might need the 18 megawatt wires, if I'm going to be honest here. Because, oh man. God, that's so much. Actually, hold on here. 2.35 times 6. So yeah, 14. So I don't actually get that much more without... Yeah, okay. Suspend the research. Do I keep the progress out of curiosity? I do, good. Okay, so change of plans. We're doing a steel metal fatigue study. I want high capacity electric wiring. I'm gonna need it. And this coal plant is not gonna be good enough. Oh man, is this coal plant not? Well, I don't know. It actually might be alright. Because, like, I can definitely just hook up a second one and a second, like, set of switches to power this half. And it'll be alright. Like, I just need to set up a priority high voltage switch here. And... I guess what I need to do is cut the wiring here because I've made a mistake. Which is fair. I didn't anticipate this much planning in the future that I would need to be doing. I understand the mistake. I just hooked this in directly. What I actually need, put simply, is a second set of switch. Or a second, like, layer of switches, if you will. Yeah. Everything off slowly to build. Alright. Good. So yeah. God, I am all over the place, but that's fine. So, let's see. Yeah, there we are. Nice. So, I'm importing hazard waste now and burning it. Which actually, as a, like, profit thing, does pretty well. I gotta say. It does pretty well. I pump a whole damn lot of hazard waste in, and it works. Then we are able to cart the ash out. Hazard waste shrinks by 50%, so it's not great, but yeah, it does the trick. In terms of what's getting burnt anyway. Alright. So yeah. Get another switch put in here. And this should be deconstructed fairly soon. Progress of demolition's done, yeah. So, it's working on it. And then we're going to hook it into here, and then by hooking that in, I'll be able to run a separated electrical line over to here. Because I am willing to bet that, quite frankly, yeah, I'll wait for the higher voltage wire, so that way I can pull a full 18 from it on that side. That we actually aren't going to produce enough power off this coal plant, which is insane. Well, I don't know. Maybe. I am exporting still a decent amount of the power, right? Yeah. I don't know. 27,000 megawatt hours per month. Like, how much am I exporting? Calculator to the rescue. So, 27,000. I'll just hand wave and assume there's 30 days in a month. That's 900 per day. Divide by 60. That's... Yeah, I am actually maxing out that line. Okay. We're fine then. Like 15 on the dot, which is actually really weird. Because that actually suggests to me somehow that I am consuming zero power. Which... that doesn't work. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, alright. I don't know. It's 31 days. Like, I might be able to get that number a little bit lower by adjusting some of the things, but yeesh. Maybe I need no power. For the record, I do kind of want to look at something here, because last year, now I have a full year, I want to see, one, how much I'm spending on coal imports. 120,000. Okay. And I am exporting 126,000 power, so... Currently I am like net neutral on power import-export, which is fine. Honestly, that's pretty good. It would be better if I was, you know, able to like source my own coal. Which, you know, soon. That's the dream. Oh yeah, I guess you can build the poop pipe from down here, can't you? Fair enough. Alright. Steel metal fatigue. Yeah, design of steel cables. Yeah, that lets us get cableways too. Which, honestly, for the mountains, I kind of feel like might be worth. Tough to say, though. Right now, though, I need to just try and, like, get a decent gravel pit going. Because the only way I'm going to really be able to afford those Dnipro flats is if I'm making my own concrete. You know? And that's going to be the goal. It's going to be one of, like, the big goals here. The concrete plant, thankfully, isn't very big. It's super easy to place. And it only has cement and gravel as inputs. And the cement plant only has gravel and coal as inputs. So, you know. If I say put this here. Oh, look at that. Well, probably shouldn't do that. It would probably be better to have it flow in from here, like a normal human being. Yeah, so that would feed into here. And then I get the gravel in from over there. Or so. Yeah. Although, no. The dry bulk comes out the front. The design of these plants is always a little bit awkward. There's the slightly bigger one. Actually, I think this one might just be less awkward to do. Even if it is even bigger. And I admit here, highly unnecessary. You know? Like, am I ever going to need 81 tons of cement? Hell no. Like, for prefab panels and the concrete plant, because I don't actually think I need cement ever when constructing things. You know? I need 40 tons of cement per day at most. So yeah, a little something more like this actually. FIT. Yeah. I don't actually want that. But it's probably fine if I just delete this. Like I can run the conveyor. At least I hope I can. Guess I'll find out. I'm at least a little bit worried about, like, the whole train track thing. So I'm trying to think, like, what the best way to handle it is. Something like this would probably be best if I did a 3-into-1. Having the inputs super high is probably actually helpful for getting over the train tracks, so let's go with that. I probably want the low one. Which one of these is the damn low one? Come on. Yeah, it's not must go directly from building A to B. I'm trying to think, like, oh god, yeah. I guess that might not be... Oh, but yeah, I can use this one at least. Okay. I did have this conveyor transfer here, so... God damn it, which one of these is like the low one? Of course, actually getting it placed around here is the tricky part. Yeah, getting coal delivered to this actually might be difficult. Fuck. I thought this was going to be so simple. Well, that serves me right. Thinking anything can be simple in this game. Although, honestly, this is just dirt road for a reason. So what I'm going to do is cancel this. Because that's going to give me a lot more flexibility. And I can kind of rejigger the dirt road after. So, anyway, I'll just upgrade the stage that I need to do this thing at. Yeah, that gets me there. Okay. Yeah, this... Yeah, I need the high one for sure. High input, high output. For maximum chance that I can actually make this work. The problem is I have no idea how to get it over this infrastructure. I'm hoping that the extra high output on this will make it a little more possible. Oh, oh, oh. Wow. That is luck. Oh, that is so lucky. Oh, we have a friggin' opening. Oh my god, yes. I just gotta make sure I can actually, you know, F4. There. This, like I said, just had to make sure I could actually get the dirt road through there. Which I definitely can. To Shabby return. Stupid roads. There. Alright, so that actually gets it over all of the troubling infrastructure. Oh god, you were 3 in, 1 out. Okay. Well, demolish you. You'll probably not let me place you again as a 3 out, 1 in. But I'll try. Oh. Oh. Hold on. Yeah, let's have the... Now I'm going to assume that this isn't going to work because due to infrastructure below. Yeah, that's kind of what we expected. So, demolish this. Now, I just need to figure out how to bring that around. Honestly, I think the easiest way is I just take out that cement plant and call that a dud. I've got like a direct coal line here, and honestly, out of all the things that's going to be hard to deal with, that's the hardest. Because, you know, everything else still hasn't been constructed. So, I take that one as my baseline. Probably at some point continue building these roads, eh? Well, it'll be a lot easier with this. So... let's get some of these. And, I mean, a couple of excavators probably wouldn't be too bad. And the paper and roller. Alright. That'll be good for now. Now, where was I? Cement plant. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, this actually works. At least in theory, assuming I can get a reasonable gravel plant location. Which, that's kind of up for debate. I mean, I definitely need to get, like, my pedestrian underpass built. So I'll add those in as things to build. Like, I got some distance here. That'll do. I got distance to work with, so I can definitely make it happen. Well, kind of anyway. I don't think I'm ever really going to be able to fully supply the cement plant. 210 tons of gravel is a lot of and gravel. Like, even this thing, this processing plant, which is decently sized for the record, will only do basically 1/3 of what I need. So, I'm pretty doubtful that that's going to go as I plan. The bulldozers are on their way. Excavator, roller, paver. Permit loyalties at 66, good. Alright, so most of these are looking pretty close to complete. Glad to see it. Just want to make sure they're... I saw somebody walking on the trail, and so suddenly I'm like, are they walking to a construction site? Because no one should be walking out here. Yeah. Good, the dozers are almost here, and I can maybe start actually flattening this out a bit. Alright. Of course, you have to now go get fucking gas, don't you? Alright, also, I do need to maybe work on my traffic control systems a little bit here. Hold on. You know what? Yes, because I definitely screwed up to the point I don't know anymore. And then add or remove a crossing node. Okay. Actually, is that a good idea? I don't know. Yeah, 5 is a do not enter. 3 is also a do not enter. Four is priority. Discard changes. No, you know what? That's the best you're getting. Done. Alright. Good. Steel metal fatigue. Design of steel cables is up next. So yeah. The bulldozers are off getting their gas. And now they're coming back. Now I should be able to use the damn things. God. I love realistic mode. I love realistic mode. I really do. But it is certainly frustrating from time to time, I'll admit. I say as I casually deal with the hillside. Bulldoze the hill. Yeah, this is going to take, unfortunately, a long time and a lot of effort. How are we doing here, anyway? Okay, good. Just want to check how much extra space I have. I still have 500. Alright. Yeah, I just want to make sure my worker count isn't climbing too quickly. Alright. God, I feel like I have not made much of a dent here. Which is probably because I haven't. Unfortunately, I think actually doing this bulldozing is literally going to take forever. Like, I'm going to put a pause in here, folks. And I'll be back whenever the hell it's done. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. It took a while. It took a while. But I've placed a 76% quality gravel quarry. So, heck yeah. The real question is now, well, you know what? People don't actually have to reach that and work there. So it's probably okay. This is done, which is good, because I think I need to try and get the... whatever the heck it is. Oh yeah, pedestrian pathways? There we are. Sorry, my brain only contains information related to digging holes now. It's been a little tough, okay? Alright, so let's get this hooked up. Total length's 164 meters. We have a little bit here as well. So yeah, we're doing pretty well. Just check here. Yep, 193 meters. Alright. So, for setting up a construction industry, I'm going to need a gravel processor. And I'm going to need a cement and concrete plant. Alright, so we kind of talked before. First order business. Well, no, this needs to feed into a pile of things, unfortunately. So there can't be a direct link that I can use. Although this actually might not be too bad. Alright, so... can I... there's no freaking way I'm going to fit this, though, is there? Like, I need a gravel processing plant, sure. But I also ideally need a bunch of conveyor engines and everything else that will go between all of it. Well, honestly, I mean, for the gravel processing plant, does that really matter? I know it's important for the coal plant, but to have the conveyor engine between it. But that might not necessarily be that big of a problem for the gravel processor. Honestly, I don't even really remember why. I know it has something to do with the fact that this will not pull at a good rate and actually causes some problems. So I'm going to go off of the assumption that that will remain true. So I definitely want a conveyor engine transfer between the everythings, which is fine. And I'm just basically saying I need to put this here. Have it a little lower. This can be deleted. And let's see. No, I still need more aggregate. I need one more. Okay. So the rotate. That's good. Delete you. Oh yeah. Start construction plan infrastructure. And also assign that. And I guess also that. To the construction offices. I also started construction of another set of Dnipro flat. So that's that is underway as we approach the 5,000 population cap we're currently at. Alright. So, let's see. Now I just need a gravel processor and a... well, am I going to have people working there? I don't know. Let me see if it's even physically possible for a sort of business. You know? Like, I do that. 274. So, actually it should be, if my original assumption was correct. But it looks like it's not. The pedestrian tunnel does not, as far as I can tell, seem to have a walk speed of 100%. Which is actually kind of shocking, and I need to figure out how much like walk speed it actually has. Hold on. It's kind of hard with this thing. Am I sure? Hang on, is there like a super tiny building I might be able to get better reading off of over here? Answer is maybe not. But, like, inordinately close. Like, I'm almost kind of like, how does this not work? So we got like 445 meters. Damn. This being slightly too far sucks. Okay. That does suck. That sucks massively. We'll do that. Okay. Well, I don't know. Do I really care about the gravel work, like quarry workers doing quarried stone? Probably not. Like, it can be run by machines, and likely will. Because it's just that much easier to do that way. Alright. In that case, how do I want to proceed with the middle pieces here? Let's see, storages. Yeah, the thing here is that I will need a aggregate storage, a gravel processing plant. It's important for me to note that my aggregate storage... God, this is actually going to be annoying. Gravel processor. There's just not that much room here. That's tough. You know? I could maybe get away without needing any of this and just have it feed directly into the gravel processor. Like, that should be okay most of the time, and I shouldn't lose that much from it. I hope, anyway. Yeah, so if I put a, say, oh, I don't know, a gravel processing plant here. Of course, then again, I also wouldn't be able to get workers to this, probably. Like, I could maybe fit a storage between... Yikes, no, I need to... there's no freaking way. There is just no freaking way I can fit all this stuff here. I could try and, like, just keep setting this area up a little bit, but... God, there is just not really a good way to do this. Yeah. Alright. I think I was a little bit ambitious trying to put the cement plant here. Okay. Let's go back to the drawing board. I know I can do this. Like, I kind of have in my mental image something that will work. It's just not quite fitting. So, a gravel processing plant will be needed, obviously. It needs the ability to have workers arrive at it. So, placing it somewhere about here makes sense. Yeah, that'll do. That works. Except it doesn't. I do hate when it's just going to tell me, oh yeah, this will totally hook up and work. Yeah, no, freaking won't. You lying sack of crap. Like that. Come on, really? I'm not actually surprised it doesn't work. I'm like, wow, that angle is so sharp. Yeah, the building becomes itself in the way, and I don't think the placement thinker can recognize that. So I'll probably need something a little more like this, which is also fine. Yeah, there we go. Now, it should be fine for me to say, I don't know, do this. Even if I gravel this up. And then do this. Although, hold on, right? It's not actually that good. I need to leave it as a mud road. Just for the first little bit. And then I should be able to confirm, yes, it does have the capacity to receive people from the bus stop. Good. Because, like, the quarry can be run by machines. And we'll take care of that. So that should work. I hope. And so the cement plant will itself also kind of need to go here, or in this area anyway. There's the larger cement plant, which might be a better pick. Quite potentially. Because that actually has, like, the very close access that we need. Yeah, I think just for shape, and thus being able to move it, because this is the only other thing that needs workers, is the cement plant. And maybe also the concrete mixer. But the concrete plant is just going to be here. It'll be, like, easy as all hell. So... yeah. I think this is actually the right call. Okay, there's one problem though. Which is that relies on that road not existing. Okay. So I'm just going to cancel some bits and pieces here. And try and make, like, the best case scenario for it. You know? This is, I think, the best case. Oh, I saw it. Like, it flashed green at me. Yeah, that'll do. Perfect. Like, it's got an input connection over here for the concrete. Basically exactly what we need. Now, I unfortunately can't get that all the way there, so I'm now super worried. Let me draw this back a bit. I'm going to do asphalt road with streetlights. Because as long as it's in the planning phase, I should still be able to walk through it. Crap. Yeah, for some reason it does not like roads and like being able to measure the walking path through it, which is super annoying, and it gives me a lot of anxiety about doing the setup and then finding out that, like, oh no, we're gonna be, you know, 1 meter off of them being able to actually work. So this is like all I can do and hope for the best. I mean, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Okay, we're good. Alright. Approved. Alright. So yeah, this is good. And then the concrete plant, yeah. So the concrete plant is actually going to be a little bit more annoying than I originally thought about, but it should still be mostly fine. This is going to require another set of things to go around here, because this thing's too big. But at the same time, for where I need it, which is still within range of like the workers, this is basically my only option, so I accept. Things may not always work out to plan, but I can always make them work. Inputs here. Yeah. That'll be this side for sure, I think, but doing something like this actually would be super good, because it should make it easy enough to like get it to go over all the other infrastructure. Yeah. There we go. Come on. I don't actually want this. But that's good. Okay. Demolish that. Like, this should, with any luck, be a possible to build road. I can't imagine it not being one, so... There we go. So that's great. Now, prefab panels, I just don't think I'm going to have enough gravel for. But, like, could I try and maybe put it here as well? Potentially. Yeah, like, this seems like it should be doable. There's only a few pieces where the terrain isn't flat enough. Yeah, this might work. And then that would also be connectable to here. And that would give me a decent amount of prefab panels to work with. Which I do like as a prospect. I'm kind of worried about bringing the land up there. Okay. So change of plans. Just a little bit of one, though. I'm going to also try and have some prefab panel storage here. So that way I can also make my own prefab panel. Which would be great. I don't need that anymore. Okay. So this is going to be multi-out. And yeah, I kind of want to make sure I get the angle right. So that way the... Yeah, there we are. Perfect. And good. Alright, so that covers that, and then that can branch off for later. Okay. We're getting there. We've almost got this all constructed. Now, the only thing I need, and I mean, I've already made some compromises, so I'm kind of pissed about it, but I don't know, maybe I could shove some things in here and it'd be okay. It's certainly a thought. Yeah, that just fit into there. The problem is, like, the other things are around back, and that's super annoying to get to. Alright, so yeah, my conceit here is that I will Need an aggregate storage. I think I like this setup. Makes it really easy to use. Just again thinking, hang on. Maybe. But yeah, if I just do this... Yeah. There we go. No, wait, shit. I'm a little bit off. Because I still want one more conveyor engine transfer here. There we go. Okay. And where was I? Aggregate storage for this. Yeah, there we go. Don't need that connection, but there we go. Alright. And so that will feed gravel into whatever you call it, this for the concrete plant. And importantly, I am, what, one conveyor engine thing from hooking into this. So, should be easy enough. Yeah, that should do. I'm worried about, like, cutting off the road access, which is always a bit of a problem. Because, yeah, you'll often get some other infrastructures in the way with this. Whenever you try and do it in an L shape, it's fairly unreliable. Although, is this thing also an engine transfer? I don't know. Although 3 in, 1 out would help solve this, I think. Yep. Because then I just put this through here. And connect. Done. Sweet. So cement plant's there. Now I get to do dry bulk cargo, which is cement and aluminum oxide. Which kind of works off of the same concept here. Is this going to be a problem? Good, I sure hoped it wasn't. Now, I'm just going to double check some things. I mean, dry bulk storage is pretty simple, but how much internally does the cement plant store? Because I might not need more than that. You know? I might not need more than that. Let's see here. Why have I forgotten where I'm going? There we are. So, let's see. Cement plant. Yeah. So, this thing has an internal storage of 200 tons. That is pretty nuts, honestly. Actually, the prefab panels also require cement. Right. It's going to make this a little bit more awkward. Not impossible, but just a little more awkward. Also, wait a minute. Where the fuck am I supposed to connect the coal up to? Have I just managed to completely forget coal? Oh, I see my problem here. The problem wasn't that I forgot coal. The problem was I forgot to flip this. So that's deeply unfortunate. Yeah, I need to cut this road. Otherwise that'll interfere. God. I'm not working with a lot of space here, you know? So it's tough, yeah. I forgot to put a mirror on this. If I put the mirror on, then the coal connects perfectly. There we go. Oh wait, hold on. There's no output over here, is there? Ooh, okay. Well, honestly, that's probably fine. Like, that just unfortunately means another set of engine transfers around the fucking perimeter. Which, while it's ugly, I will not lie. It is super useful to just kind of be able to do that. Then the question is, how the hell do I get gravel in there? You know, that's a good question. I'm glad I have an answer for that. Wow. Okay, so maybe not the concrete plant there. Maybe instead another engine transfer. Yeah, we're gonna need the thing on this side here. And then we put the concrete plant slightly more forward. Yep, which is fine. What is this anyway? Is it constructed? Good. Yep. Getting more and more workers, which means more and more people. Every now and again, yeah, so the bus stop is starting to overflow, which is good. I'm going to have to increase the amount of jobs available, I think. Although it's always kind of tough to tell. The game sucks, you know, in general at giving you feedback. You know, are the people unemployed because of bus saturation? Or just because there's not enough buses picking people up? But is there work available? Yeah, okay. So yeah, that sorts out that problem at least, a little bit. Okay. So in that case, let's talk prefab panels. Why would you have both of your inputs on this side, you useless piece of shit? Really? I hate this so much. Alright. And like the train's just not quite flat enough, which is all super annoying. Alright. But, you know, I think it's pretty safe to say I can run a dry bulk transfer here and kind of get this in place somewhere. I think it's just going to require a little bit more terrain leveling. Which is alright. We can work with that. Try and push it back a little bit. Give me a little more room to work with. Yeah, we're almost there. Where the hell is that coming from? Oh, okay, yeah, no, I don't want that one. There we go. It's so much more precise when I can kind of just do it with the building. Can just slowly but steadily push my way through this hill. Alright, I mean there's problems with this, but it's good enough for the moment. I just want to make sure, or try and figure out like what the problem is. Some other infrastructure's in the way. Yeah, it's literally just not going high enough. Which, yeah, that's fair. Now, the real question will be... Alright, so this terrain here can't be lowered because of this. It's going to be annoying. Alright. I do want to make sure I can connect that up. Although, that might not be possible at this rate. God. The conveyor spaghetti, man. Oh, oh. Oh ho ho! Ho 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 ho! The conveyor spaghetti is a success! Alright, so the prefab panels there are hooked in. Now, I have one more challenge, and God help me. Because no one else can. Okay, what the hell am I doing with this? I think I go around the outside of this plant? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Part of the problem is I want to actually be able to store like a decent number of prefab panels, so I'm trying to figure out what to do with that. And I think the storage has to go here, which will necessitate like cutting into this cliff, which is always fun. I love it when I have to cut into a fucking cliff. And I may not actually be able to cut into because the building is there. And for some reason the building kind of like creates this zone around it. And whereby you can't really do terrain modifications, which kind of makes sense, except when I'm modifying like the aggressive terrain around it to be more in line and just kind of pushing out the building's level. In which case it makes zero freaking sense. And I think this might just require like more terrain work before I can truly be placing these buildings. I don't know, how much space do I actually need for an open storage for the prefab panels? Like, I'm fine with small, sure. Because, like, theoretically I could put that in there, but I obviously need to not. And short of a miracle, I don't think I can do a connection here. But you never know. What do you mean, like, too close to existing building? Come on. This thing has a huge number of dots around it that, like, block it from being too close to existing buildings for whatever reason on the backside. And specifically only that side. Like, there's no way this will work because, yeah, the railway crossing there won't allow it, but that's good. That means I can actually make that work. That's super helpful. Alright. Because here's the thing. If I just try and blow this up now, which is fine, I'll be able to place the open storage and then place that fucking factory. Because that's how this game's logic works. If I can remember what I'm doing, that'd be great. Alright, so I put the open storage small about here. I'll put it as close to the train tracks as possible. There. And then, let's see if that will give me... What was this again? Oh yeah, the prefab panels factory. Alright, hold on. Yeah. Due to infrastructure cut? Oh wait, it's the road, isn't it? Yeah. Right, I also have to shorten up that road. Trying to get it like a little bit and like with as much tilt as possible to like make that connection work. slowly just extend this out a little more. Even if it's not an automatic connection, it should still probably work. I hope. Alright. So with that in mind, build the factory connection here. Perfect. Yeah, so not an automatic connection, but it still worked. Alright, unfortunately that just made my life even harder. Every time I do something, I'm making my life harder. And it hurts. Because I still haven't set up the, like, dry bulk cargo thing yet. Okay, I'm actually fairly confident that I'm going to have to come around to the outside still and just do something insane or stupid. Well, not necessarily insane or stupid, just insane or stupid looking. You know? Because unfortunately, I don't think I can do this. Because there's no way I'm going to get this to be road accessible. Which is a necessity. I'll try, though. I don't know. Wow, fuck, I did. Okay, now I just have to somehow get lucky. So if I put this here, what's the actual issue with this? I mean, that's it. Like, we're going over top just fine. That's great. That's all I need to see. I just wanted to make sure you're getting over the conveyor. The aggregate conveyor. Because then that just means I need to just kind of move it around. Eventually it'll be right. You know? Although, I think realistically, it might just be easier if I do this. Yeah, probably. Oh no. Still won't work. And it can't even tell me why. Like... So it's willing to kind of casually go through a lot of that. Okay. I think it's still erroring out. Ooh, okay, we need something real short for that to... Okay. We'll see what I can do. Come on. Do I really have to get that close? Maybe if it's on the ground? Does that help or hinder? I think that makes it worse. Okay, I'm gonna assume this is an engine transfer. It's gotta be. Oh, come on. Let this work. Like, it would help if I even knew what was necessarily breaking, but I don't. I think it's because one of the support stilts is trying to be inside the other aggregate conveyor. So, like, it will just not work. Likely kind of no matter what. So that might just not work, unfortunately, based on its positioning. Which is a shame. I mean, I might still be able to make it work, kind of. We'll see. You know, sometimes a lot of this stuff can just be playing with this very, very finicky little thing, you know? And that's what this is. This is a finicky piece of garbage. And you can't convince me otherwise. Alright. What's like there? If I move it a little more forward, that should buy me the space. But the problem is then... Oh, it is still road usable. Good. It's actually a lot easier to keep those road usable in comparison to the aggregates, which is good. Otherwise, I'd be in real trouble. Oh, baby. We've got it. I think. Now I just need the road to work. Which is, yeah. Okay. I'm going to reconnect this road. And just try and place the dry bulk conveyor here. There should likely still be somewhere I can place to get the connection. Yeah. Perfect. Alright. So the dry bulk conveyor is out of the woods. And then it just needs to be run around to the drop-off point. Which, yeah, that's pretty easy, all things considered. Yeah. Go with about here. And probably also just cancel this excess road, since I think that just makes it worse. Why? Is there like a super limited... No, it seems like it's... I don't know, I'm not really getting an error. You know, at least with the aggregates, it usually gives me an error. With this one, it's just like, nah, you're on your own, champ. Good fucking luck. Which is fun. Not really, but meh. Alright, so I do need a dry bulk storage. So I do that, and that. Hold on. Yeah. So I think I placed the dry bulk storage about here. That makes sense. And then I put an engine basically anywhere where it'll connect up. Alright, and there we go. That's it. I've got the prefab panels. I've got the concrete. I've got the gravel. All of this, unfortunately, being pulled by one quarry, I know is definitely not enough. And mentally, I'm like, I need to maybe future-proof a little bit. Especially since I'm only going to be running this quarry through... also, I guess there's still one more thing I need to make sure. Which is that this is all good? Yeah, okay, that's still linked up. Good. Alright, this needs a little work. That's okay. This should have no problem, yeah. I guess I also need to make sure this prefab panel factory can hook in, but that's another one of those, how hard could it possibly be? And the answer, given this horrifying jungle of shit, is more than you would expect. Let's go. Alright, and prefab panels factory, it cannot reach currently. Okay. To be fair, that's a long way to be walking on the dirt roads, which I want to avoid. But this this literal jungle is difficult to build a path through. That might work. Still no. It's perfectly understandable that doesn't work, but still. I'm trying to think. Oh yes, the old go under the roadway here. I love it when that happens. It can be useful, but no. Okay. I mean, I'm just gonna have to have faith that, like, if I put down better roadways here, that it'll work. Which I hate. I hate that I have to just have faith. I think I can shorten this up pretty significantly. And buy myself a few meters. I don't know, I feel like I'm playing a game of inches, but it's kind of hard to tell. Because here's the thing, that's 200 meters. And that's 197 meters, right? So 193, 197, that's 390. That may not be enough. That legitimately may not be enough. I have one other thing I can do to improve the situation. And that's another underpass and tunnel. Which, God help me, I have no idea where I put it. Because, yeah, every goddamn inch is just full. Which is kind of impressive, actually. Like, I'm pretty proud of that. Why does it need to be receded so far back? Anyway. How deep do I have to go to avoid this building? Concerningly deep. Alright. Alright. Mm-hmm. Like, that's ends up being, like, actually more. Because of where I have to put it. Which sucks. God, does that suck so much. Because I want this to work. But I'm feeling kind of a little bit desperate? I don't know. Hang on. There's the prospect of an overpass, like here. Or the tunnel to here. Of course. So we do this. And then from here to here. Now, 183, and there we are, 377. Just there we go. Fucking Christ, I was getting stressed that I wasn't going to be able to do this for a moment. I actually still can't do this, because I have no idea how I'm going to build this fucking pedestrian tunnel, because there's no access way to that. Is there? Crap. I need helicopter construction to be able to pull that off. Oh. Everything is awful. It's been an hour and a half and I still can't get literally the last piece in place for this entire goddamn thing, and it sucks. Actually, no. You know what I know? I know what to do here. I'm going to demolish that. Wish I could hit undo. I can do this as long as I have access to this. And I have access as long as that's not built. So, apparently I need to undo even more, as I mentally realize that I'll need to make sure I don't screw anything up or break anything, so we'll put that there. And then still put my pedestrian underpass here. That little clink. And, yeah. I just want to check this still works. Yep. So, I'm just going to demolish this factory because I don't really need it right now. Oh my god, I still can't build it because it's friggin... No, you know what? That's alright. Out of curiosity, will that work? Heck yeah, it will. Okay. There. Alright. So, I'll have to sever that mud road once that building is complete, but otherwise, that works. That's the final freaking piece. Alright, my giant gravel-powered industrial park is ready. Oh, that was a nightmare to plan. That was a nightmare to plan. But I got there. Hard to argue with results. Hard to argue with the results. I only 5,100. Nice. Yeah, we're having a nice little bit of a population boom. Good. Continue construction. In the meantime, though, thank you everyone for watching. I've been your host, Kelvin, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, folks. Have a good night.